Hey family, it's Sunday and I've had a very reflective weekend and I wanted to jump on real quick to share about manifestation. So get into this video with me and let me know your thoughts about it. I don't really want to talk so much or title this conversation manifestation because I feel like the terminology of manifestation has been taken out of context and has been stereotyped, also possibly created a trend when manifestation has been existing for many years. So let's dive into it. Hey family, let's get into this video. Please remember, I love to hear from you. Comment down below what's your thoughts throughout this video. Let's grow together.
Yeah, he does need to get concerned of. Make sure that.
Hey family, so I did want to come on because I have been sitting and thinking about a lot. I had an amazing quiet weekend, a weekend also of reflection and time to think about things, which lately doesn't happen often, but I'm very grateful that it did happen this weekend. I don't really like the overly hyped concept of manifestation as well as the conversations around manifestations, but I do understand that it's inevitable that we understand, because although a lot of times we have goals and we have dreams and we wish for things and we want for things, the process of getting to those things is called manifesting. It is just called manifesting. Manifesting can be broken down in so many different ways. Drawing to yourself, whether you start writing it down, having rituals, praying, fasting. It has so many different elements to it. From the moment it comes as an idea into your mind, a desire into your heart, to it, you seeing it in this third dimensional world. And not just seeing it in third dimensional world, but seeing it in the third dimensional world and it then belonging to you. Or you having the opportunity of experiencing that experience. So one of the challenges that I have come across and had to sit and meditate on was, I love manifesting. I think it's one of the greatest opportunities that you have to kind of play with God, kind of have like you and daddy time, you and creator, you and creation have that time to play around and get to know each other, get to know more about creation, get to know more, and in this of getting to know about creation and how the world works and the things that you are able to access, you also get to learn about yourself. You get to learn about your abilities, your skills, your what's possible, your beliefs, your fears. You get to gauge where you're at in the processes of the ability or the levels, different levels you can manifest towards. So you can start off with things that are not hard to manifest, and a lot of times the things that are not difficult or challenging to manifest are things that you just manifest in your sleep, meaning you don't really spend much time suffering in the process of trying to manifest that thing. Because it's already like a high vibrational desire for yourself, so you don't lose sleep over it. The moment things becomes a bit more challenging, where it seems as if the thing that you want to manifest this time seems a little far out your reach, and so you have to start doing the work. Okay, where does the limitations lie? I have had personally so much fun manifesting where I have allowed my mindset to be challenged, and I've broken limitations that came about by being programmed. Okay, how I was raised, and my influences, and also just my lack of belief in myself and worthiness, and all the work that I have done in order to manifest. I have had so much fun going through that process. It really drew me closer to myself and allowed me to expand my horizons, and allowed me to see myself in a place of empowerment. But nobody talks about, once you have manifested something, the issues that comes with the third dimensional manifested gift that you now have, that you now need to deal with. So let's use something materialistic, so something that's not involving a human. Let's use a dog. Not a dog. Let's use a car. A dog is alive. Let's use a car. So you manifest this car, massive, big, your dream car. You've always wanted it. Tesla's one of the things that everybody's been going for over the last couple of years. I think there's greater cars than Tesla, but okay. You now have this car. It's your dream car. You've always wanted. You've done all the work to work on yourself, get rid of your limiting beliefs. You got rid of your your bad habits in order to attain this car, and you've done all the work that you needed to do to manifest this thing into your life. Now you have the car, and now the car has maintenance issues, right? Because before you had this car, you had no clue what comes with having this car. So you didn't know that it's electric, and you didn't know, well, you knew it's electric, but you didn't know what issues comes with having an electric car. You didn't think about the limitations around electric cars. You didn't think about that. And there's all kinds of other issues. Maybe there's something that goes wrong with the tech, because they're quite high in tech. So maybe something goes awry with some of the tech pieces within the car, and it costs you an arm and a leg, and you didn't think about that. And there are sometimes when you buy certain cars, you can't get them fixed just anywhere. You got to take it back to the manufacturer, otherwise it's a botched job, and so forth and so forth. Okay, so you kind of feel like, you know what, I gotta get it fixed by the manufacturer. I'd rather do that because you want longevity. You want to keep the car for as long as possible, so you want to maintain it in the right way, not just the cheapest way. Because okay, and there I go into it. This is it. This is you now having to deal with the issues that arise and figuring out all the time, because it's going to be consistent. Because anything that we bring into our lives that stays for a long time requires work. So obviously there's a cost involved. And a lot of times, as we know, from a holistic standpoint, there are the three ways that it always costs us as human beings. It always costs you in waterworks. Remember, I said this a long time ago. you pay in waterworks. Human beings pay for things that we manifest through waterworks. Sweat, hard work, tears, emotional costs, and blood. You're gonna die for it. But there is these costs, right? You're really gonna have to give something. Something's gotta give for you to hold on to this thing that you have manifested. That's the work of living this life that we believe we deserve. You don't get anything and just like, oh, you got it for the rest of your life. Okay, just a side note. As human beings, we have been gifted free things that we do not have to pay for. But guess what? Mankind had to initiate systems that allows things, well, it was meant to be equally contributed, but we're here now, right? And so there's this system that allows us to trade and to share the resources that is supposed to be freely available. But here we are where we are. So if we're talking about land, we can live for free on the earth. God don't charge us anything. Creation has not put a charge on us to live on this planet. Human beings put that, okay? So there is nothing that we can experience, manifest into our lives that is not going to come at a cost. So if we put that aside and we say to ourselves, okay, we know everything comes at a cost, and we have decided, I'm going to manifest this thing into my life, and I am going to be happy with whatever comes with this manifestation. I will work at it until I get to the day where I feel like it's not worth it anymore. Now I've come to the end, and now I am okay to let this go. It was good while it lasted, but I'm okay to let this go. It made me sit and think. I've manifested really great things in my life. I've had people think about maybe 2 and a couple of months ago, I manifested my car that I now have, that I love, my car. I love my car. Nothing fancy. It's just, it's like my family car, and it's fast, and I love fast cars. And I needed it to be able to do the back and forth with my children, just, a runner, and I needed something that was going to be efficient and that was just going to be purpose fit. And I manifested my car. I had so many people come and tell me, why did I buy that car? This is not good, and that's not good, and this and that and that and that and that. And they put all kinds of problems. They shared with me all kinds of reasons why I shouldn't have taken this car. I should have gotten a better make, and I should have gotten a this, and I should have gotten a that, and this, that, and the other. And I remember there were so many times that I would sit and allow those thoughts to influence me. And I would start thinking of a different car, a different make. Okay, what else? What else? What else? And multiple times over the months of using my car, I got pulled back into the space of gratitude. I love my car. I'm so grateful for my car. I'm so grateful that it takes me where it needs to take me, and I am able to utilize it. I've never been in an accident. I manifested it in a good space, in a healthy space for good purpose, and it's just been that ever since that. And I've seen people buy expensive cars or what they consider more expensive or more elite cars, and there's been problems. I know my friends that drive Mercedes and all of these things come and say BMWs, oh, I have to fix it with BMW, and oh my god, this broke and that gone busted and this, that, and the other, and the amount of money that it costed me to do this and that, and road tax and da. I have not experienced none of those things with my little banger. None of those things. I have had maybe one wheel of mine that I had to replace. My MOTs has always gone smooth. Recently, I've replaced my front brakes. I think that was the most expensive thing, which was very recent, and this is over 2 years later. Very little things, very little I've never been stuck on the road somewhere with like a breakdown or had to call a breakdown car or anything like that. And yet, when I bought the car, so many people said to me that I shouldn't have bought it. I should have thought about something else, the make, the this, the da. And it made me think. But every time I pulled myself back and every time I got myself into a space of, no, I'm so grateful that I got what I wanted. Do I want something else? Do I want to explore something different? Of course I do. Of course I do. And I will. But right now, I'm happy with what I've got. And I have the capacity to deal with the challenges that comes with what I got right now. And then there's the whole conversation about you draw towards you. You manifest on the level of who you are, not what you desire. And so I'm just going to stay in this happy place, in this happy space, and keep manifesting what I believe I desire, what I believe that I desire. Do the work, internal work on myself to prepare myself for better. During my meditations, the thing that came to the forefront of my mind was we get into this place of extreme challenges where we are facing problems, and we so easily want to take the distress of what it is that we're facing and point the finger outwards to blame somebody else for the distress, and we do not like to take accountability and go inward and say, let me look at what it is and why I've been presented with this challenge, and what work do I need to do on myself to work through this. I've just recently been going through something that was being very, very challenging, and I remember saying to myself throughout the entire process, sit in it, just sit in it and sit in it, just sit in it. It's uncomfortable, and there was two things I wanted to do. One is I wanted to run, which is what usually my first thing is. Run, just run away from it, pretend it away. Or two, fix it, and fix it quick. But the situation that I was dealing with was not a quick fix situation. There was nothing I could do to quickly fix it. So I was only left with the one option, which was to run, to try and escape this experience. And it was not an experience that was pleasant in any kind of way. It was not pleasant. And it was in this moment that I sat with myself and I said, you manifested this experience into your life. This is what you had asked for. This is what you wanted. And now that you're here and there is a challenge, are we going to run, or are we going to grow through this? Is this challenge presenting an opportunity for growth? And then it hit me. If I grow, it means I expand. And if I expand, it means more playtime with manifesting. So I'm going to leave this here. We're in October. It's the month of fall. I had a beautiful walk with my daughter today. I've been noticing the leaves falling from the trees, and it is a season of shedding. And usually we are asked to let go of things. But even in the letting go of whatever it is that we are going to let go of, let's also sit and be still enough in it while the release is happening to grow. Let me hear your comments in the comment section.